What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the YouTube channel, man. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Colorado Buffs and Deion Sanders' impact and what he has done in college football so far. He has done a terrific job at Colorado already. The first thing Deion Sanders really did was come in and he developed a great recruiting class in a short period of time. He signed 3 4-star prospects: Adam Hopkins, a receiver; Dylan Edwards, the explosive running back. Good prospect. He was another 4-star. So they get 3 4-star commitment, which makes this their highest class ever in Colorado football history. They had the 22nd ranked class in the 2023 cycle. They have Deion and that staff have done a terrific job in recruiting. Now, if you look at transfer portal, it's pretty insane how much impact that they have drawn and the interest that they've drawn. Deion has flipped the switch at Colorado so much that all these other recruits just look at Colorado football differently. The chance to play with Deion Sanders, a Hall of Fame player, a guy that knows football better than anyone, knows the position of corner, knows the position of defense better than anyone. You want to play for that guy and you want to be mentored by him because you know he can bring you stardom. I mean, they have 20 commits in this cycle, this 2023 transfer portal cycle, the number 3 ranking. Already 20 commits, and we're not even in February. We're just in January. The season just ended, literally a few days ago. So the impact that he's had is ridiculous. He signed a 4-star tight end. He signed a bunch of O-linemen, 3-star, 4-star. I mean, so many guys coming in. And you knew Deion was going to bring a flow and a wave of players to him. A lot of players want to play for him, and there's a lot that are coming in. I bet you they could get upwards to 30 commitments in the transfer portal just because of Deion's pull that he has. Now, all this stuff is good. Be number 3 ranked in transfer portal rankings, be 22nd ranked in the class rankings for 2023. All that's cool. But let's see what Deion Sanders does on the field. And all he has done, you look at his high school level, when he coached in high school, you look at his Jackson State, he has dominated coaching. Now, this is a different level of coaching. This is a hard job. College football, being a college football coach is not easy, and there is a lot that will come with it. There will be a lot of slack. There will be a lot of expectations for him. Now, I'm not saying Deion Sanders will never cope with these expectations, but I feel like he will continue to grow, and you may not see the most polished Colorado next year. That's a big roster turnover. Big roster turnovers are not favorable in college football a lot of the time. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I'm really interested to see Colorado's recruiting class in 2024. I want to see the pull that he has when he has a whole cycle to recruit, because he put together a 22nd ranked class in a matter of, a few weeks, it felt like, which I'm pretty sure it was a few weeks. I mean, Deion has 18 commitments in that recruiting cycle, plus you had the 20 transfer. I don't think Colorado will be a bad team next year. I just don't see it. I think they could win 6-7 games next year. That's what I would probably have them in range. And, some people, I could see that happening and there being some flack if they won 6 or 7 games. But I would call that a successful season. People got to remember, this Colorado team only won 1 game last year. This is a big turnaround. And what they're trying to do, this roster haul is a big process. It's a big process, and it'll take some time to develop some of these guys. Now, sometimes it works out in college football. You got guys that will come in, play really well, be some hidden gems in the transfer portal. But other times it doesn't really work out like that. I guarantee you Colorado would probably be a top 10 most watched college football team next year. I mean, that Pac-12 conference has got interesting, right? You got USC with Lincoln Riley and all the offensive starter. You got Caleb Williams, who's probably going to be the first overall pick next year. All that stuff at USC. UCLA looks like they're getting better and better under Chip Kelly. Now you got Deion Sanders at Colorado. You got Oregon with Bo Nix and Dan Lanning doing his thing and bringing a really good recruiting class. And then other team, you got Utah. Utah is one of the most solid teams in college football. I say they're very watered down Georgia. They're physically good. They're just not Georgia level talented. But that mindset's kind of similar with Utah and Georgia. That conference is looking really interesting. That's probably going to be the most interesting conference in college football next year. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun to watch. I'm curious to see how Deion Sanders does at the next level too. He's going from Jackson State. I'm curious to see how well he is, how good a quarterback he is, because there's a chance that he could be a really good draft pick in the future. Maybe not next year, but the year after, because he does look solid. When you watch his Jackson State highlights, he looks like a really good quarterback. I'll be really interested to see how he does at Colorado. I'm really intrigued with this team. Conference is just going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. You look at lists like, someone asked you, what's going to be the most exciting conference to watch next year? I bet you a lot of people would say the Pac-12. I love what Deion's doing at Colorado. It's tough because you need to see production on the field. At the end of the day, that's what you're measured by as a coach. Getting high star guys or getting guys in, a lot of the number of guys getting solid players in is good. But you have to have the production on the field, and he hasn't had yet the opportunity to show that. The expectations that Deion could blow out is like, if he gets like a 10-win season, that would be ridiculous. I mean, that would be competing for the Pac-12 championship, and Deion will get, if he has that type of season, expect Colorado to potentially have a top 10 recruiting class next year, because that means Deion Sanders is as good as a Hall of Famer he is, all the stuff. He's also a really good coach. But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.